Chapter 10, The World of Growing Knowledge. Welcome to today's session, students. Human beings have always learned different skills by observing and experimenting, and that has led to their increase of knowledge. So आज हम ये पढ़ेंगे कि किस तरीके से धीरे धीरे जो ह्यूमन बींग्स है, जो ह्यूमन रेस है, वो कैसे कैसे उनकी नॉलेज बढ़ी है। तो सबसे पहले हम देखते हैं स्टोरी ऑफ राइटिंग। पुराने जमाने में लोग जो है पिक्चर्स बनाते थे, जहाँ पे जो भी वो देखते थे अपने रोजमर्रा की जिंदगी में वो उनको पिक्चर्स में अंकित कर देते थे। उसके बाद लिखना पढ़ना आया, जो कि 5000 साल पहले लोगों ने लिखना शुरू किया। एंड द अर्लीस्ट राइटिंग्स ट्राइड बाय डिफरेंट पीपल वे मेनली पिक्टोरियल इन फॉर्म, and gradually the pictures were simplified and made more symbolic. Different signs for words and sounds gave birth to alphabets. The earliest known script was devised by the Sumerians, Mesopotamia. Uske baad, the writing was wedge-shaped and was known as cuneiform. And Egypt, they used a type of picture and writing called hieroglyph. The script of writing in Japan were also pictorial and they were known as hieroglyphic. There were 26 letters in English alphabet and it is written in the Roman script. Many European languages use the Roman script. Then, the oldest script in India was found in the seals in the remains of the Indus Valley civilization. And nobody has been able to read this script yet. Uske baad, the next script developed in India was the Brahmi script. The Indian script today is largely based on it, and the Hindi script is based on the Devanagari script. उसके बाद हम पढ़ेंगे नंबर्स के बारे में कि हाउ डिड द नंबर्स केम इनटू बीइंग. सो अर्ली मैन वाज नॉट ओनली इंटरेस्टेड इन आइडेंटिफाइंग द एनिमल्स बट आल्सो काउंटिंग देयर नंबर्स. ही इंडिकेटेड नंबर्स बाय ड्राइंग पिक्चर्स. He would draw as many animals he saw. The counting of zero and decimal system were introduced by India to the world. Numbers nowadays used are also Arabic numerals and then the Indian numerals, and I call them as Hindasa, which means India. Then let's see story of paper. The paper was made before the art of printing and was developed very early. In earlier times, the clay, leaves or bark of trees were used to write. Then Egyptians made the first paper and it was made from a water plant called papyrus. Papyrus is a kind of reed that grows in the Nile Delta in plenty. Papyrus का जो thick stem होता है, they were cut into long thin strips और side by side उनको रखा गया and their edges were overlapping slightly. The other strips were placed across them and that is how the writing and the paper thing came into existence. The art of making paper began in China more than 2000 years ago. The Chinese soaked old rags in water for a long time and then used that pulp to make the paper. Invention of printing. From painting on cave walls, human beings slowly developed the art of writing on clay tablets, leaves and skin of animals. Pointed pen-shaped tools were used and they were written on wood or bamboo. Writing was also done on paper later on. शुरुआत में बुक्स को लिखा और हाथों से ही कॉपी किया जाता था. इट वॉज अ वेरी स्लो प्रोसेस. जो हैंड रिटन बुक्स होते थे वो काफ़ी ज़्यादा एक्सपेंसिव होते थे और सिर्फ कुछ ही लोग उनको खरीद सकते थे. उसके बाद द आर्ट ऑफ प्रिंटिंग डेवलप्ड इन चाइना ऑलमोस्ट 1500 ईयर्स अगो. सो पेपर की भी इजाद चाइना में हुई और उसके बाद प्रिंटिंग भी वहाँ पे किया गया. The method was developed and thus not popular. Nearly 1000 years later, 1443 में the first printing press was built by Johannes Gutenberg of Germany. The Bible was the first book printed in the printing press, and then over the period of time, the quality of printing was improved. Then there was a script for blind. Louis Braille developed a special script called the Braille script. And then the letters in the Braille script were formed by the raised dots on thick paper, which can be easily felt by a finger. So, what are the points that needs to be remembered in this particular chapter? Writing came into being about 5000 years ago. The script of Japan and China were also pictorial or hieroglyphic. Hindi script is based on the Devanagari script. The Egyptians made paper from a plant called papyrus, and Gutenberg invented the first printing press. That's all for today now. And this is the end of this chapter, and I will see you in the next chapter. Have a good day.